I guess it's finally time for me to do the story time about how I got pregnant with my brother. So first, let's talk about the child. The child just turned 2 a couple weeks ago, and she's normal. Yeah, she's normal. She's healthy, very beautiful. I'm gonna make sure I post a picture of her one second. Okay, so yeah, that's her. Nothing's wrong with her. I know, like, typically when you know have like some incest type of stuff going on, your child could like potentially be like mental or autistic and stuff like that, but not the case with her. She's very normal. But I met him like on social media. But see, the gag is my mom never told me that I was adopted. So I met this man and I was just like, damn, we look so much alike. Like, so much alike. But you know, I was on some, oh, that's my soulmate. Like, we just vibe, we click, we go so good together, and we look alike. Like, or my man. So I left off by telling y'all, you know, how we looked at so much alike. So I just took that as, oh, this is my soulmate. Like, we look alike, we vibe good, whole lot of other stuff. So yeah. Well, to go deeper into details, so at the time when he was hitting me up on social media, he had hit me up for like 3 years, but I had a boyfriend, and I don't do all that whole ass, you know, no whole festivities. So I never responded. I just used to open it and close the message, like, you know, you can save it just so you can see, like, oh, you said something to me, but I ain't respond. I saved it. So when me and my boyfriend had finally broke up, I was like technically a junior in college, really a sophomore. But yeah, I was technically a sophomore, but really a junior. But that's a story for a whole nother day. So let's just say junior. So me and my ex-boyfriend broke up when I was a junior in college, and then I ended up dating my baby's father, which is still my man and currently. But yeah, when I responded to him, I was just like, you know, hey, let's link. And the story on how, I think I'm gonna have to tell y'all about how I even got to responding to him on Facebook, just so it can make sense, because I don't want y'all just be like, how you randomly respond to him? So I had this homegirl. She was one of the people who was like a part of the whole festivities at the time, but you know, she's very redeemed now. She's a wife or mom. But I used to be like, girl, where you find them from? And she'd be like, girl, you gotta respond to him on Facebook. So she was like, you gotta respond to him on Facebook, girl. They in the messages. So I'm like, okay, come on in. Let's, you know, go through my messenger and see who we gonna respond to. So we at work at the time. I was working at Aeropostale. So we at work and we just going through my messenger, and like everybody that we clicked on with it, they probably like, no, immediately, no. So came across, you know, his profile, and I'm like, I like him. He look good, you know, he my type. So I responded, and literally within like 5 minutes, probably within 5 minutes, he responded back quick. Like, I saw the bubbles popped up before I even exited out the messages. So when I said that, I hurried up and skedaddled. But yeah, so that's how I ended up hitting him up, because my friend suggested for me to find me up on Facebook, and that's what it is. So after I responded to him or whatever, I kind of felt bad, because he had like a dude picture as like his cover photo, or like, I don't remember if it was a cover photo or if it was just like a picture on his page or something, like him and his dude. So when me and my friend, who I was telling y'all about, is having this conversation, it's not just us, it's like 6 of us involved in this conversation, so everybody on the same type of time. So when we had came across my dude profile and was like, oh, he cute, we had to try to figure out, like, you know, what we gonna say. We can't just slide in the DMs dry. Like, we gotta, like, you know, shoot the shot. So I had ended up texting him and was like, My homegirl want to know what's up with your friend, but I'm trying to see what's up with you. The fuck I do that for? So why he texted back and was like, so my friend is dead. He been dead for a few months now. So I'm like, should we abort the mission? Because what? Ain't no way we just failed the shot like that. But he ended up texting her like, shit, I do want you though. I've been trying to get it a minute. And I'm like, a minute? I don't know. I only see like one message on Facebook. People like, you got to check the other site. So that's when I knew then that he had hit me up for like 3 years. I didn't know that he was him, if that makes sense. So fast forward, time go by. I'm kind of going to skip over a good chunk of stuff because it's kind of irrelevant to how we found out, but I just need to give a timeline. So time go by, we are together. He ended up going to prison. So he was in prison for 2 years. Backstory, he's been in prison twice. So in this story, he go to prison, he get out, I get pregnant, he's out for about 4 months, and he go back and I'm pregnant, fresh pregnant. Okay, so that's the little backstory to that. So let's jump from when we started communicating to him going to prison. So where I want to go. So he gets out, and if y'all watch my TikTok, I posted a video of him getting released from prison. So when he got released from prison, we went on a vacation. When we went on that vacation that I was like, we trying to make a baby, that's exactly what we did. We made a baby that day, like that trip. I was ovulating. I had tracked my ovulation for since I've had a period since I was like 16. So my like flow chart is very accurate. So we did the whole Mucinex method, got pregnant on that trip. So that TikTok that y'all see that's pinned or whatever from when we went to the Bel Air Suites, I got pregnant at that time. So at this time, me and him have been together for about 5 years. Yeah, about 5 years. So we had been together, like been together. So it was no point in like, you know, the whole breaking up or whatever, because we've been together. And then we planned the baby. Like, it wasn't like a mistake. We planned it. So that's another crazy factor in the whole situation.
Tell us about it.
But mind you, up to this point, we don't know. We don't know. We do not know. So we listen, but we don't judge. Okay, so that whole trip go by. About a month later, find out I'm pregnant. And then about 2 weeks after I found out I'm pregnant, he go back to prison, y'all. Whatever. So I'm like mad annoyed because I'm just like, we didn't plan to have a baby and you done left me with a baby. I'm like a single mom now, but I am type situation or whatever, blah blah blah. So anyway, I'm so trying to be in tune with my baby and, you know, forget about that whole situation. So I was like the extra mom. I always went and did like the extra imaging and the extra testing, and yeah, I want to know everything early. I was that type of, you know, first time mom. So with my like baby daddy going back to prison so soon, like, and me being pregnant, a lot of people like try to question the, you know, the paternity. So I had did the like early DNA type of testing on the baby to go ahead and nip that in the bud, which he never had a concern because we literally planned the baby. But, you know, just to, you know, make other people bite their tongue, you know, we did that. And that's when shit hit the fan. Now, I don't know all the like specific details to explain like what the test said for word, but basically it came back like it's a high percentage of like kin of the baby. So we like, what? So I get to asking like, is you and your baby daddy like brothers and sisters? And we was like, no, you know, well, he wasn't physically there, but I used to like have him on the little jail FaceTime while we was at the doctor's appointment. So I was like, no, we're not, or whatever. So he was like, well, this is weird, but you know, basically y'all need to get that check, you know, check into that, because it's showing that, you know, the baby is like basically double kin to itself. So that doctor's appointment that I went to, where the doctor was telling us all this stuff, my mom, who raised me, was there with me, because she stepped up to be like the baby daddy, because my baby daddy was in prison. So she was looking kind of shady at the appointment, but you know, I waited till we left, and I was like, why was you acting kind of shady? Like, you know, you got something to tell me, because that didn't make sense, and I needed to make sense. So she was like, I got something to tell you, but I don't know how you're gonna take it, or if it really truly mattered, because she was like, I never thought this would happen for it to be brought up. So she goes to tell me that I was adopted, but it's no information on the birth mom, because she was like an angel at the right place at the right time, like saving grace type situation. So that's how it went. So basically my mom was a counselor for like the Fed. So my mom is like a counselor or whatever. So she do like where she go to the prisons and stuff and see like people who are claiming mental status and stuff, and she'll be like, yeah, they mental, or no, they playing, or this is a true patient and I'm here to counsel them while they're locked up. So my boyfriend's mom, real mom, biological mom, was in prison back in the day, like when he was a child. So when she went to prison, she was pregnant and didn't know. So when she got there, and of course time going by, she found out that she's pregnant and go from there. Now she already had kids, two. She had two, him and another girl. So she was like, she don't have nobody else she didn't have anybody else on the outside, in the outside world, free world, willing to take a child for her. And then on top of that, I truly don't believe she knew who her baby daddy was at the time too. So she just was like, I'ma just have the baby and we'll figure it out at the end. So y'all already know how like when you go to prison and shit, and you pregnant, they don't let you bond with the baby. No way. Like as soon as you push the baby out, they taking it and peace, baby. You'll see this baby when you get out, if that's what you want to do. So when they took her from me, she already didn't have nowhere for me to go. So it was like, I'm gonna be in foster care. So remind you, my mom, she works at this, you know, she don't work at the prison, she like contract through the prison. So she just was like there during this moment when this happened, and she was like, I'll take the baby. I'll adopt the baby. So or nothing. So my mama ended up getting me. So that's how it was like a closed adoption, because it wasn't really an adoption. It was just like, you got a baby that don't nobody want, I'll take the baby. So it was like not legal, I guess. So she signed her rights and shit over, and that's how I didn't know that my mom was not my mom. And his mom is my mom. And I know that's a lot to process, because it was a lot for me to process, and then having to explain it to him through like a prison phone is like even more of a process to just process. So I mean, we ended up coming to like a consensus, like, hey, we done already did the worst. Like we could just put that in the far back of our minds and just keep going, because like we had already been in an established relationship prior. Then we had a child that we wanted, you know. So I mean, I don't really know what else there is to do but to be with him. So y'all all on here like, why you still with him? Why you still with him? What y'all want me to go get another baby daddy? Just because you got more than one baby daddy don't mean that I want more than one baby daddy. I don't look like the type of bitch to have two baby daddies. And yeah,